Hi, this is Corey from Corey May Awakenings. Today I am doing a week ahead reading for February 4th to February 10th. And I've already drawn a couple of cards, or actually 3 cards, for this week. I was having a really hard time deciding which decks to use because I'm really going to try to make just a 20-minute video today. We'll see how it goes. I always get carried away with the messages. And so I was shuffling one of my decks and I felt really called to use my Sacred Creators Oracle deck today. And so I just lifted it up. Oh, here's a card for us. So I just lifted it up and actually a couple of times and the same card came out, which said to me that I need to take this card out for this reading today. I did the same thing for the reading last week and that card had such significance to me for last week. It was incredible. It was an image of a lady receiving a snowflake. In her palm she was like reaching out to the snowflake and it was just going to land in her hand. Anyways, I had this crazy dream one night that a spirit sent me a text message, and when I woke up, I pulled some cards and the water card came out. And I was like, what does this mean? And I knew it had something very significant and it was going to happen later in the day. And it turned out that my dad was shoveling outside, and when he came back inside, he told me how his phone started malfunctioning and he thought someone hacked his phone. And in my dream, I had my dad's phone because he's gonna give his iPhone to me when he gets his new iPhone. Anyways, so his phone started malfunctioning and he said that it was probably the water outside. And there was a card that said it was actually a spirit that did it, and it just fit with my dream. So the card that showed the snowflake and the lady receiving the snowflake was it foreshadowed that entire event, because snow and water was super significant to me with that whole experience. And that night after I uploaded and did the whole reading, my brother showed me this video of a scene in an anime TV series, and it showed this couple playing the violin and piano. So one of them played the piano and the other the violin. And they started, all of a sudden the scene shifted and they were standing on water and it started snowing. Oh my gosh. So, I know that this card is going to have some crazy, experience related to it. I just feel it. I know that these cards have some great meaning for us this week, and I know it's foreshadowing something. And I'll show you the card that I'm talking about from last week, but it was just incredible. I'm really excited to reach 1,000 subscribers at some point, so then I can share my own experiences with these week ahead card readings. You could only use that feature if you have 1,000 subscribers, so I'm making that a goal for myself, 1,000 subscribers, so then I could share more with all of you. And I'm gonna share my own experiences. Some are really mundane, but some turn out to be incredible. And I have to say that I don't know how these predictions are gonna show up in your life next week. but I guarantee at least some of them will for you. And it's just crazy how like Spirit will lead me to explain some kind of experience I had, and then like the message, it shows up like that prediction happens, and it happens in a different way, but I immediately know like, oh, that's why they led me to talk about that. It like completely relates to this. And like I said, like my brother had me watch a video of like a couple standing on water, like on the ocean in this card, and then it started snowing. Like, what? It's incredible. And then I receive a text message from a spirit in my dream, and then the next morning my dad walks in and tells me that he thought his phone was hacked, and he chalks it up as it being the snow and the water outside. So this is how the predictions can happen. And you'll know when, yeah, you'll know that it's like what I said. So I also noticed that there's significance with numbers in this reading as well. So I'm going to show you these cards. So the Raw Intention card was the one that kept coming up, and then Fearless Expression was the next card. They're both blue, so this speaks about the throat chakra, and I don't really talk a whole lot about chakras. I don't like I feel like it kind of restricts the messages sometimes, but I do, it does help me to pull meanings from the colors, so it's not like necessarily about the throat chakra, but this is just saying like we're going to speak our truth, we're going to say more things that are on our heart this week, and it's really saying that there's going to be a lot of fearless expression when it comes to conversations. There's going to be a lot of heart-to-heart conversations and a lot of honesty as well. And I looked in the book and read what raw intention means. And it mentioned how raw intention is different than restricted intention. Restricted intention is the kind of intention that is created through expectations, and you see like every single detail of your intention, like creating a vision board, and you get down to the detail, to precision of what your intention is. But raw intention is the kind of intention that you have that you don't question at all. It's the intention that you don't question, and you just hear it and you know it. You know that it's what you want, like without a doubt, without any kind of question. And I'm going to read bits from the book. I don't want to read all of it. This book has so much information on each card. I love it. And I'll get to another thing that came out that was like, it's incredible. Okay, so the raw intention is intention brought to life, wild power, savage love, divine intervention, powerful inspiration, and channeling messages from source. So a lot of channeling this week. Intention can be raw or it can be refined. Refined intention gets polished and perfected, and then is turned into marketing materials, a product, a resume, a vision board, and it is always tainted and tinted by a million layers of our own perception. Raw intention is wilder than that. It's pure, unrefined, and authentic. It's the windstorm that topples dead trees to make space for something new. And it's the mother who lifts a car with her bare hands in order to save her child. Raw intention does not ask questions. It just intends for something to happen, and so it is. And so this week, many of us are going to find ourselves just doing what we want to do, you know? Like, we don't really have to put much thought into it or make a to-do list. We get the impulse, we get the idea and inspiration, and then we follow the steps to make it happen. And there's not like any guesswork. You just know it's what you want to do. You know you want to go outside and take a walk. You know you want to make this video that you were inspired to make. You just say what you just thought, you know? You just come right out and say it. And this card also speaks about automatic writing. And before I pulled like these two cards, I shuffled my spiritual gifts deck and the automatic writing came out, and like it didn't really make sense at first because I haven't like automatic wrote or have done that kind of practice in a while. And this card, the Raw Intention card, it's like it talks about automatic writing in the book. So it says, one way of channeling raw messages of intuition and intention is to do a little automatic writing. Automatic writing is when you sit with a pencil and a paper and just allow messages, doodles, or words to flow out onto the paper. And it even says how you could do this, which is amazing. I really love that they wrote down how to automatic write. So it says, sit quietly, hold your situation or your question in your mind's eye, and ask your guides, the universe, source, creator, to guide you through your writing. Ask your question clearly and then grab your writing tool and allow it to flow across the paper. Messages will begin to flow out of your pen or pencil. Let them flow. Hold no judgment. Don't worry about spell check. I have a hard time with that. I always want to reread what I just wrote and spell check and make sure it looks like perfect. I'm really kind of like OCD with my writing. But this is saying just like don't judge what like words come out. Try not to think and just write. If gibberish comes out, that's great. It means you are allowing your unconscious mind to take a turn at the wheel. If perfectly poignant wisdom comes out, that's also great. Somewhere hidden within that beautiful mess of lines and words and thoughts will be your raw intention and your magic. And so we're going to crave like being real with ourselves, being authentic with our ideas and our intentions. It's being raw, it's showing the raw you, and it's being fearless in that sense, like showing who you are fearlessly and expressing that through writing, through speaking, through dancing even, whatever form of expression you are inspired to fearlessly open yourself up to, and whatever form you want to channel source with. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's through writing or like a post on Facebook. You just one day feel inspired to write this even short message, and people really like what you had to say and they really like that post. Anything like that. And this is the automatic writing card, and there's doodles. Obviously that's why I just like made scribbles on the back of it to show. So even if it's like scribbles, it's doodles, you're connecting to your raw intention. And this is what I wrote for this. Spirit gives you messages through writing. Spirit guides the writing utensil and impresses thoughts upon your mind as you write. The information written is produced by Spirit. Receive messages by books. You could also get out like an oracle book or a tarot book like I just read through, and you can ask and hold a question in your mind, and then you could just flip through the book. So ask your question and then flip through the book, and whatever page you land on, read it and you'll find some kind of answer, which is pretty cool. So just flip it and then you land on a card. One step ahead is all you need. That's the one that I landed on. So you could do that. You could even use books to receive messages from spirit. And this is another card that I landed on, and Flow with Money. This is really positive. So if you have been asking for money to come in so you could pay a bill, or you're having like money struggles right now, this is like a really good positive omen for this, because it says that there will be some kind of inflow of money this week for you. It could be like really lucky money. You just you stumble upon some cash that was dropped on the ground one day, or you receive a check in the mail that you kind of forgot about, you know, and someone remembered to send you the check, and you just get in the mail, and it's an amazing surprise. Or maybe someone gifts you some cash. But like, since this card came up, I really feel that this has significance for you this week. And you could be manifesting more money. Maybe you're trying to manifest it and doing some kind of ritual, or you're praying for more money and you're sitting back and surrendering to the flow of the universe and just allowing the universe to step in and to give you what you need financially. So like, financial support is emphasized for this week, and like, green and blue are really significant colors this week. I'm going to shuffle my Hidden Waters tarot deck. This deck has a bunch of water paintings in it, and I actually created a sheet where I like came up with meanings to each color for this particular deck. So I'm curious if blue is going to come out for this week. Oh, and again, like, numbers. So the Raw Intention card shows the number 22, and the Fearless Expression card shows 55. Even the Inflow with Money card has the number 43. That's just like one away from 44. So I think that's kind of interesting. So like 2, 4, and 5. Those are significant numbers here for this week. Okay, I'm just asking more predictions for this week. Premonitions. Foreshadowing. Ooh! We have like blue and green, so this is validating this. This is the Hierophant. This is one of my favorite cards just because it has this like turquoise in it. It's so beautiful. I always see a face like in this card too. It kind of looks like an older man's face. Just like, it looks like eyes, like black eyes, and then like a mustache kind of. These cards were inspired by the ink blot test in psychology. Then we got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to read what turquoise means, what I wrote down for it. Okay, so instead of writing turquoise, I just wrote dark green and blue. So dark green and blue represents life purpose, soul mission, unique gifts and abilities, fulfilling your soul's calling. And this is your raw intention. It's your authentic self. That's where you find your soul's calling, your your raw intentions, the raw impulses and inspirations that you feel every single day. They are pushing you to your soul's calling and life purpose, and you are going to put many of your unique gifts and abilities to work this week. And I recently made a pick a card reading video based on spiritual gifts. So this is interesting how this is coming out to kind of a synchronicity for me. And light green and blue represents extraordinary, eccentric in character and beginnings. So being eccentric and unique and authentic when it comes to who you are and expressing that. And there may be some kind of new beginning this week as well. I'm trying to manifest my own website, and I've been researching different sites that I could use, and so I may start designing my own website next week. So that's a beginning for me, and maybe there will be a new beginning for you as well. And extraordinary, there's going to be many experiences, even like spiritual, this week that are going to be extraordinary, and they may be a bit odd or unusual. I actually experienced this last night. I was watching this show, like this scary TV show, and like I heard this lady, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a moan almost, or like a hum. And like I looked over to my dad, I was like, what was that? And he was like, I don't know. But I seriously think that it was a spirit like manifesting themselves through like a voice. Like I heard a lady in my house last night, and I've also been seeing lights like flickering. I've been noticing them like dimming. They'll dim and then they'll go like really bright. It's so weird. So there may be these experiences that come up this week for you, and you're like, what in the world was that? And it's spiritual, like lights dimming or even turning on and off. This Hierophant card speaks about this as well, since the Hierophant in the tarot represents the Pope archetype, and we all know that popes are religious leaders, and it also represents spiritual teachers. So you may experience some kind of odd or unusual spiritual experiences that you can't logically explain away, such as lights blinking on and off, and you know that the light bulb isn't malfunctioning, or the electrical current isn't like being blocked or malfunctioning either. And so you have to wonder, like, was that a spirit? Like, is a spirit messing with me and like playing a joke? Are they just showing that they're here and watching over me? The answer is most likely yes. I do sense that a loved one or loved ones or even spirit guides are going to show their presence in some kind of way this week. I've been noticing this with my Himalayan salt lamp at night. So the only light source in my room in the middle of the night is my Himalayan salt lamp. Like, it's always on. And recently I've been noticing while I wake up in the middle of the night that the light like will dim on my Himalayan salt lamp, and then it'll like go back to normal. So I think like spirits are messing with me, because usually I don't notice that, and like I can't hear the dimmer. Like there's a dimmer attached to the Himalayan salt lamp, and so I could physically dim the lighting and I can't hear it being moved, but I think like they're the cause of it. And I also had that like experience with hearing a spirit the other night as well, so maybe you'll run into those experiences. And the message here is like, don't be frightened. It's going to be a loved one or someone that is looking out for you, and it's just a little message from heaven and the angels that they are there, and they're showing their presence through some kind of sound, some kind of like knock on the door, or like a whisper, just seeing lights dimming or turning on and off. Like, don't be frightened of those if that comes up. And so that's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like super spiritual, and this card even has like turquoise, like green and blue. So this is incredible. Now to the Two of Pentacles. When I see this card, I see a person holding something up, like fearlessly, and I'm actually seeing in my mind's eye a child who has just aced their test. They got an A+, and so they hurry home and they walk through the door and they just hold up their paper to their parents and they say, "Mom, I got an A," and they're just so happy about it and they get rewarded for it. Maybe like their parents just say, "Oh wow, good job." And so there is this message about you receiving praise or some kind of award for progress and achievements, and like you may not even receive like positive recognition for it, but like it's enough for you. Like you are just so happy with this achievement. It is nice to celebrate with others too, though. Maybe you'll make a phone call to a friend and say, like, "I got into the college," or "I passed the test," or you just share that with someone, your excitement. And I wrote down like bursting with joy and happiness. There's going to be a lot of bursts of joy this week. And I also wrote down energy boost and happiness boost. So there will be these days that just like uplift you, and it's a really positive energy boost. Maybe someone recognizes you for some kind of project or work that you did, kind of like an author to a famous book and someone recognizes them on like in the store somewhere and they want an autograph. It's basically like that, or you just celebrate yourself, you buy something special because you accomplished your goal. But really, this is the victory card. This is a card of joy. Usually this card shows a man juggling, and there is this emphasis about fun and good times. This card also speaks about prioritization, balance, as well as multitasking. So you may be very busy this week with multitasking, but you'll be able to balance things easily and effortlessly. And there's also this message about prioritizing different tasks. I've been asking myself this recently, like, where is my time best invested? Where should I put my focus wholeheartedly into? What's the best place to invest my energy towards? You may ask these questions this week, and you'll try to figure out like the most important things, and you'll see what the priorities are and invest in those. I also realized that these two cards are very, very similar. Like, so the Two of Pentacles, since it has black and yellow as well as the automatic writing card, it's furthering the message about automatic writing and expressing whatever raw intention you have this week, and you'll get into the creative flow, whether it's automatic writing or speaking your truth, expressing yourself. And maybe you'll get like some kind of money reward for that. Like even like going to bingo night and like winning some money that night. That's like fun money. Going to the casino and winning some money. And there really will, I feel there will be some lucky money or cash coming in. Like, this even happened to me recently. I received a letter from my old job. My past employer sent me this letter, and so they switched the money scheduler thing that they had, and apparently they didn't pay me like $100, and so I received a check in the mail, and like I wasn't even expecting it, but it was such an amazing surprise. Like, I know it's not a whole lot, but that was lucky money. I consider it as lucky money, and so maybe that something like that will appear next week for you. One sec. Okay, I'm going to read the meanings to the color blue as well as yellow and light green. Okay, so light green means prosperity, good luck, positive omen, herald. So it's heralding the future. I'm doing that right now. Predicting the future. Something coming. Like money and flow with money, promise, opportunity, new experiences, newness and renewal, a fresh start, so maybe a new job, potential, becoming, possibility, gateway to change and blessings. And this card is light green, so it just fits this message so well. Then we have yellow. Yellow means joy and happiness, sunny days, lifted spirits, fulfillment, wholeness, well-being, friendship, and assurance. And then light blue means clairaudience, listening, so hearing that raw intention, hearing the impulses of your heart and actually following through with them. Calming, inner calm, serenity, stillness, answers within, solitude, receiving, so receiving some kind of reward, praise, or in the form of abundance and prosperity. Release, surrender, so surrender to the universe. If you were asking for money, surrender and just ask what you need. Maybe don't focus on the money, like just ask, like, why do you need the money? And then ask for what that is. So like, if you need a car, don't think about the money, just ask, like, universe, I need a car, can you please give me a car somehow? That's surrender as well as asking for what you need. Pause, gentle and healing energy. So there's a lot of healing that's going to take place as well, like healing and reassurance, because green is a color of healing. That's one meaning that I've discovered and have remembered with the color green. So that is your week ahead reading. I hope you have an amazing week. I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. If you liked this reading, please like and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.